Hello, everybody. Welcome to Accounts Receivable, Part 3. These are steps for solving AR, or accounts receivable questions. Now, this is really going to be for lower division financial accounting. If you're taking intermediate accounting, the step one can get it might be a little bit more complicated, but generally you can go through and follow this. So the first step we're going to go through and do is we're going to determine the ending balance in the allowance for doubtful accounts. And there's two different ways we can do that. We can do it as a percentage of accounts receivable, and then we can also do it as a percentage of an AR aging. There is a methodology, right, that I think I talk about this. There's a third one, but we're not really going to be concerned with that. And that's really a percentage of credit sales. The reason why we're not going to be concerned with a percentage of credit sales, because a few years ago, I went to a conference that was being put on by Wiley at the University of Southern California. And what was actually really cool is I saw one of my former students there after she had transferred. And actually, it's really the highlight of the trip is hanging out with Kara. But in addition to that, when I was there, I met somebody who had been working, I think, for the FASB. And I asked that person, I said, hey, does anybody really use the percentage of credit sales? And he said, no, it's a balance sheet approach. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to determine that ending balance in the allowance for doubtful accounts. The second step we're going to do is we're going to enter in the beginning balance of the ADA into the T account for the allowance. We're going to write off any uncollectible accounts. We're going to input in any AR that was previously written off. And then the remaining adjustment is going to be to bad debt expense. So you remember from the prior video, allowance for doubtful accounts is a contra asset account. So it's going to have a credit balance. Our first step is we're going to come down here. We're going to determine that ending balance. We're then going to be putting in the beginning balance. It might be a debit, might be a credit. Then what we'll do, if we have any accounts receivable write-offs, if we have any AR previously written off, and then our next step will always be to record bad debt expense. So I want to thank you for joining me here today. Please leave any questions you might have below, and appreciate you liking and subscribing to the series. Have a great day. I'll see you on the next video.